Once upon a time, in a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery, there lived a little boy named Franklin. Franklin was a kind-hearted child, always eager to help others in any way he could. Despite the simplicity of his life, he found joy in the smallest of things, like chasing butterflies in the meadow or listening to the songs of birds as they danced in the sky. One sunny afternoon, while Franklin was playing near the stream that ran through the village, he noticed an elderly woman struggling to carry her heavy basket of fruits. Without hesitation, Franklin rushed to her side and offered his assistance. "Can I help you, ma'am?" Franklin asked, his eyes shining with sincerity. The elderly woman smiled warmly at him. "Oh, thank you, young man. That would be most kind of you." Together, they lifted the basket and Franklin accompanied her home, chatting cheerfully along the way. As they reached the woman's humble abode, she thanked Franklin once again and handed him a small, golden key. "This key will unlock the door to something very special, Franklin," she said mysteriously before bidding him farewell. Curious and intrigued, Franklin tucked the key into his pocket and headed back home, his mind buzzing with excitement. Little did he know, that key would unlock the most extraordinary adventure of his life. That night, as Franklin lay in bed, the golden key burning a hole in his pocket, he couldn't shake off the feeling of anticipation that coursed through his veins. Unable to resist any longer, he slipped out of bed, tiptoed out of the house, and made his way to the outskirts of the village where a dense forest loomed ominously. Underneath the silvery moonlight, Franklin searched for the mysterious door the old woman had spoken of. After what felt like hours of wandering, he stumbled upon a clearing in the heart of the forest. And there, standing alone amidst a bed of wildflowers, was a door unlike any other he had ever seen. The door shimmered with an otherworldly glow, and as Franklin approached, he could hear faint whispers emanating from the other side. With trembling hands, he inserted the golden key into the lock and turned it slowly. With a soft click, the door swung open, revealing a blinding light that engulfed Franklin in its warm embrace. Before he knew it, Franklin found himself standing in a place so breathtakingly beautiful that words could hardly do it justice. He had entered the gates of heaven. Surrounded by towering pillars of marble and cascading waterfalls that sparkled like diamonds, Franklin felt a sense of peace wash over him. But what truly captured his heart were the ethereal beings that glided gracefully through the air, angels, with wings as white as snow and eyes that twinkled like stars. As Franklin wandered through the heavenly realm, he couldn't help but notice that the angels bore a striking resemblance to his own mother, who had passed away when he was just a baby. Their gentle smiles and soothing voices filled him with a sense of familiarity and warmth, as if he had known them all his life. "Welcome, Franklin," one of the angels said, her voice like honey dripping from a golden spoon. "We have been expecting you." Franklin's eyes widened in astonishment. "You have?" The angel nodded, her radiant wings unfurling behind her. "Indeed. Your kind heart and selfless actions have earned you the privilege of visiting this sacred place." Over the course of what felt like an eternity yet passed by in the blink of an eye, Franklin embarked on a wondrous journey through heaven. He frolicked in fields of blooming flowers that painted the landscape in every hue imaginable, soared through the sky on the wings of angels, and danced beneath the shimmering auroras that illuminated the heavens like a celestial symphony. But amidst all the splendor and grandeur, Franklin couldn't shake off the longing in his heart, a longing to see his mother once more, to feel her embrace and hear her laughter echoing through the halls of heaven. "I miss my mother," Franklin confessed to the angels, his voice tinged with sadness. The angels exchanged knowing glances before leading Franklin to a place unlike any other, a garden of eternal beauty, where the souls of the departed roamed freely, their spirits alive with joy and love. And there, standing beneath the shade of a towering tree, was Franklin's mother, her eyes brimming with tears of happiness as she beheld her beloved son once more. "Mommy!" Franklin cried, rushing into her arms. His mother enveloped him in a tight embrace, her love wrapping around him like a warm blanket on a cold winter's night. In that moment, all the pain and sorrow of losing her melted away, replaced by an overwhelming sense of peace and contentment. "I've missed you so much, Franklin," his mother whispered, her voice choked with emotion. "I missed you too, Mommy," Franklin replied, tears of joy streaming down his cheeks. For what felt like an eternity, Franklin and his mother lingered in each other's embrace, basking in the warmth of their love. And as they gazed up at the star-studded sky above, they knew that their bond would transcend the boundaries of time and space, for they were bound together by a love that was eternal. But even in the midst of paradise, Franklin knew that he couldn't stay forever. With a heavy heart, he bid his mother farewell, promising to cherish the memories they had shared until they were reunited once more. As Franklin stepped through the doorway that bridged the gap between heaven and earth, he felt a sense of peace wash over him, knowing that he carried his mother's love with him wherever he went. And as he awoke in his bed, the golden key clutched tightly in his hand, Franklin knew that his journey to heaven had been more than just a dream. It had been a gift, a reminder that love endures all things, even death itself. From that day forward, Franklin lived his life with a newfound sense of purpose, spreading kindness and joy wherever he went. And though he never forgot his time in heaven, he knew that the greatest gift of all was the love he shared with his mother, a love that would guide him through the darkest of days and lead him home once more.